Quick reaction to Nottingham and put away with a player on tip.
Space, step back. Durham's way. Well, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate there's been some technical difficulties. Hopefully you can still hear the sound of my voice now. You join us halfway through this first set. The points currently 11 to Nottingham, 10 to Durham. And it's been a cracking game of volleyball so far. Another point on the board for Nottingham now. This game has been back and forth so far. 12-10 to Nottingham as it stands, really reflecting the way the game has played out. A point to one side, a point to the other. And it will be Nottingham to serve this turn. The ball in the hands of Rob Morgan. Oleski on the far side, can only find Castro. And Castro, can he do enough there? No, he cannot. Points go Durham's way. They'll take another happily onto the board. And looks like a few choice words perhaps from Ollie Quick to the referee. Not happy potentially with the point being given to Durham, but he's not changing the mind of the referee this time. And it's long there, that serve from Todorov. Too far outside of the line. Nottingham will celebrate an easy point there. These two sides have been so close to each other all the way through the season, both finishing with identical records in the league. Oh, fantastic block from Nottingham, wins the point. 14-11 as it stands. Oh, and another great block from Nottingham. They may have come second in the league this season, but they're leading this tie as it stands. 15 points to 11. Ignore what it may say on the scoreboard for the time being. those two scores are flipped around. Nottingham are in the lead as it stands. As I mentioned earlier, they were not in the lead at the end of the regular season in the Premier North. Durham did take the league title on set difference. Both sides played 10, won 9, only lost to each other. And of course, those losses to each other, those point difference played crucial in the end as Durham came out league champions. Incidentally, Durham only lost 3 sets all season. That includes cup competitions and in the BUCS League. They have only lost 3 sets. All 3, however, did come against Nottingham. So if anyone knows how to beat Durham, it is the boys in green and gold. And it'll be Obakwelu to try and do exactly that from the serve. Dixon with the tip. Can Dixon keep it alive? He can. And the points go Nottingham's way. Maleski, the captain, on that far side, not quite able to keep the ball in play. Obakwelu will go again. The middle blocker. He served well so far today. He'll be looking to replicate that form once more this time. Dixon on the near side, does enough. Looked as though Slater Bird may have got the block in, but wasn't able to keep it in, and another point goes to Durham. Fantastic athleticism from both sides so far. We really are seeing the cream of the crop here in the BUCS national final. Another fantastic strike from Nottingham. As we mentioned at the top of the show, this is the men's championship final. This is the big one, the one they've played all season to be in. The trophy that both teams definitely want. Durham haven't dropped a set on the way to this final. 3-0 victories in the quarters and semis. As that flies miles out for Nottingham. They did drop a couple. 3-1 wins in both the quarters and semi-finals. UCL and Essex, the teams they knocked out on the way here. But in tournament volleyball, it doesn't matter who you beat or how you beat them. It's about winning. And at the moment, it is Nottingham who are winning. In comes the serve from Dixon. Let's see what kind of response Nottingham have. Good block, right at the net, jumping well above the 8-foot-high obstacle, but not doing quite enough. Durham retain the serve. 17-15 to Nottingham. As I say, ignore that scoreboard on your screens for the time being. Kept alive by Gibbons. And Peters. Brad Peters, the outside hitter, wins another point for his team. Incidentally, a man who has played abroad, Brad Peters, played in the USA, played Div 1, coincidentally, with his middle blocker Ace Backer. And Brad Peters was the leading server in the NCAA Div 1 across the entire nation for a period of 4 months whilst he was out there. So if one man knows how to score points, then it is Brad Peters. Fantastic player. And he'll be keen to show his skills today and help Durham potentially get over the line in the men's championship final. So first timeout over. Back to the action. It will be the boys from up north to serve. They've made the long journey down, over a 3-hour drive for Durham, whereas Nottingham, this game, well, right on their doorstep. We're here in Loughborough at the Sir David Wallace building, excuse me, at Loughborough University. So Nottingham, just under 20 miles, right on their doorstep. Perhaps fatigue could play a role as we go into the later stages of the game. But for now, we're all tied at 17 apiece. Once again, Oliver Quick not happy with the referee's decision. I think he'll have a tough time maybe changing his mind on the outcome, unfortunately. The point did go Durham's way. Giving both teams a chance just to regroup, potentially talk through how they're going to win these next 7 or 8 points. It's been so close so far. Some fantastic spikes, some fantastic smashes past the attack line, really testing each other defensively. Once again, there's an example. It's Jacob Thomas this time. He wins the point for Nottingham. Ben Gladstone can't keep his serve in. One of the only players in this Nottingham side who has won BUCS before. He won it in 2022 when Nottingham won the championship. The rest of the squad, mainly first years. We spoke with the head coach, Freddie Fairbairn of Nottingham, and he's proud of his players. So many young squad members have come together, worked so hard this year, and are getting exactly what they deserve on the court as they win another point. Fantastic work right at the net. Of course, last year's champions are Durham. They beat Essex in the final, the reigning champions. Dixon keeps it alive. Dixon again. Durham done exceptionally well there, but not well enough. Ikechi Obikwelu, another point for that man. The middle blocker, what a performance he's had so far today. Winning more points for his team. Thomas will waste no time getting play underway as he comes on to serve. Nottingham very proud. They are the biggest volleyball programme in the UK. They're a mixed programme, plenty of beach players in there. Perhaps why they have a slightly smaller squad. Freddie Fairbairn did say they're going to have to work around that. They are a smaller team than Durham. And height plays such an important factor, especially at the net in this game. And another point for Nottingham. A few in succession for the boys in green and gold. (21-20) to Nottingham then, edging ever closer to this first set. Of course, a reminder for those of you at home, it's first to 25, best of 3. If we do go to a third set, then it will be first to 15. You do have to win by 2 clear points, as always. Peters it will be to serve then. Lovely fake, lovely smash. It is almost kept alive, but not quite for Durham. Nottingham takes service back. It's really back and forth in terms of points here. No team really able to gain any momentum on the scoreboard. Shows how equal these two teams are. They've gone back and forth all season in the regular league. They're going back and forth today. As the points go to the boys from up north on this one. This is where it starts to ramp up the tension, the pressure. This is where we see what kind of character both squads have. 3 points left to win this set. Can't afford any mistakes now. No mistake made from Slater Bird as the block goes out of play. Obikwelu will serve back in. Fantastic smash down by Ace Backer. Using all his experience. He's played at the highest level in BUCS, he's played at the highest level in America. for UCLA, as mentioned before, over in Div 1. Fantastic level of volleyball. And he is a fantastic player, that's for sure. Good work from Gibbons, keep the ball up. But another point goes to Nottingham. And here we go. The score stands Nottingham 24, Durham 23. This is the point for the game, for this singular match. The first set, here we go. Not this time. Crucial point for Durham. 24 all, so it'll be a race to 2 clear points. First to 26 as it stands. And it'll be a real punch to the gut to whoever loses this first set, because both teams have worked so hard. A tip off of the Durham hand means the point goes Nottingham's way. So, set point once again for the green and gold. A few rotations. Off goes number 15, Ben Gladstone. And on comes Obakwelu to take the serve. In it comes. A scramble at the net. Still in play. Another good block. Durham working hard. They have to. And they do. They win the point. 25 apiece. We're level again. Heart in mouth times for those Durham fans in this first set. Hopefully you can hear them at home. It's a raucous atmosphere in the Sir David Wallace. And perhaps that pressure getting into the head of Bakadere from the service. There's a lot more Nottingham fans here today, that's for sure. The shorter distance, a big, big factor, I can imagine. About a 75% split, I'd say. 3/4 of this arena is Nottingham fans. Below us, off screen, they're making their support known. But they can't will their team over the line there. And we are all square once again. It's gone wide, but it's very well played on the far side by Nottingham. That's the point for them, puts them back in the advantage. One more will do it for the set. Looked as though they may have been forced a little too wide. A fantastic spike, keeping their first set hopes very much in the running. So we see the substitutes willing on. Cole Turnbull. Turnbull can't keep that one in. Fired it across to Rob Morgan, the outside hitter. And we're tied up once again. Service in from Peters. And it's too far, he's hit it too hard, he's not happy with himself. He gets the support from his teammates, but he knows that at this point in the game, that could be pivotal. First set, such a strong position to be from. Really puts the pressure on mentally on the opponents, knowing that they've got a long way to go, but it would be advantage. As another serve goes awry. This time, looked like it was Rob Morgan. A long, tiring set it's been, 28 all. Here comes the Nottingham attack, well defended. And well defended by Nottingham this time. Backer has another go, leaves it for Molesky, the captain. Comes back near side. And Durham win the points. They get their first advantage for some time. The points total really a reflection of how this first set has gone. It's no surprise that we're this tight, because the set has gone back and forth. It's been a point each over and over again. Neither team ever gaining much of a lead. No more than 3 or 4 points throughout the whole set, so unsurprising to see the fact that neither team can just squeeze over the line just yet. But one will, I'm certain of that. As both teams just take their time to go over tactics. Nottingham are first out, they know what they have to do. Serve in from Todolov. Peters set on the far side. No trouble for Nottingham, but that'll be no trouble for the Durham defence. Quello with a good block. And another smash! And there it is! Grant Molesky on this near side wins the point for Durham and wins the first set for Durham. The captain leading by example. 30 points to 28, the scoreline in the first set. It's been a long set, it's been a tough set, but it goes Durham's way. It'll be a huge shame for Nottingham. We worked so hard, they had so many advantages. Once it got to 25s, and Freddie Fairbairn knows that's a big, big opportunity that's gone missing there. In the end, Grant Molesky was the man to smash it onto the opposite side of the court. And he's the man getting all the plaudits from his teammates for doing exactly that. First set goes Durham's way, as it did the last time these two teams met in the league. 29th of November, up in Durham. That one finished 3-0, a clean sweep for the boys in purple. Nottingham will be very much hoping the same again doesn't happen. They don't want history to repeat itself. They need more sets than that, because this is the men's championship final. This is what it worked so long for all season. This is what the fans have come to see. It's got to be at least 200 down there, just off screen, underneath the screen, as we look at it. So there's the first set. Join us in a few moments as Nottingham have to regain their advantage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in to the men's championship final on this big BUCS Wednesday powered by New Balance. You join us for the second set, with Durham taking the first, 1-0 to them. And if you were watching before, you'll know how close it was. 30 points to 28. So hard fought by Nottingham. They were ahead so many times past 25, but it's not about what happens, it's about the score. It's not about how you get there, it's about how it ends. And Durham took it in the end. And it will be Durham to score. Brad Peters to start us off. The outside hitter jumps high, serves deep. Well blocked, fantastic work by the defensive specialist. Ollie Quick, once again great work from him. Quick across the court. Near side, and a good block, a great block. Slater Bird, fantastic work, jumping high above that 8-foot high net. First points go to Nottingham then. They'll be looking to get a bit more momentum than either side gained in the first set. And they do. 2 points to the good now. Starting the second set as they started the first. On top. Done. Sets for the captain. That man again. Grant Molesky, the opposite. Another point for him. He's superb in that attack zone. Jumps so high, hits so hard. We really are witnessing the top athletes in the country when it comes to volleyball. There is nothing better than these two sides. Quick pops it over. Of course, Ollie Quick, the libero for Nottingham. He can't jump up and spike past the attack line. That's one thing to note of these defensive specialists. You'll notice them, they're wearing different colours to the rest of their teammates. Nottingham's in yellow, Durham's in white. Keep an eye on them and their acrobatic abilities across the court. There's Ryan Dixon. Puts another point on the board for Durham. Oh, and Thomas seemed to have got that all wrong. The middle blocker there, not knowing whether to try and lob and chip over the blockers, whether to smash, and in the end, a combination of the two did not work out. Morgan digs high. Looked like maybe a double touch. Difficult to see from this angle. All we do know is the points go to Durham in this instance. Durham, incidentally, the defending champs. They won last year as they beat Essex in the final. They're en route to win a quadruple across BUCS and National League. They're in the finals for that. Of course, a lot of these players playing outside of just the BUCS leagues. They are that good. And there's some good work again from Nottingham defensively. Obakwelu tips over. Durham keep it alive. But Nottingham stay strong. That defensive green wall proving too tough for Durham. Nottingham want this set. You can see it in the passion every time they celebrate. They've gone 1-0 down. They are not letting that get to them. As perhaps a commentator's curse forces the ball out for Nottingham off the serve. Apologies, Cole Turnbull. On your screen there, Ryan Dixon. The outside hitter, his turn to serve. But he won't be serving again. Nottingham win another point. Great work. As it goes back and forth once more in this set. 6-5 Nottingham. Obakwelu goes near side. Good defensive work, but it is kept alive, and Morgan goes again. And Morgan wins the point. There it is, good play by Durham. Brad Peters again. Such a good scorer of the volleyball. Such a good smasher at the net, to put it in layman's terms. There's Thomas, can't quite get it, and Dunn sets. Durham can only find Quick over the head of Thomas. Morgan goes again. Longer rally this time. It falls Nottingham's way. Freddie Fairburn enjoyed that one, the head coach. You can see him on screen encouraging his team very close to the court. And it's been encouraging signs in this set so far. The scoreboard, of course, reads 8-6, but be a miss to think Nottingham haven't had the upper hand. As they get another one on the board. Unfortunately for them, the upper hand in sets is Durham's. As you can see, 1-0, so it's a huge set. Can't afford to go another one down, because then the pressure does ramp up. Oh, clever play from Dunn. Connor Dunn, the setter, didn't need any of his teammates, didn't need anyone to set that time. Takes charge of the situation and pops that ball straight onto the floor of the Nottingham side. Yeah, good work from Santi, the opposite. Quick check of the shoes for Cole Turnbull, the setter. Incidentally, he's playing for the Scottish indoor under-20s team at the moment. He has qualified for European indoors, so look out for him in that tournament and look out for him in the future as well. Such a good player. So comes Morgan's way, and Morgan wins another point. Todorov couldn't do enough other than block it straight out of play. Four-point lead for Nottingham then, as a timeout is called. One of the biggest leads we've seen in this game. It's been so close, so tense the whole way through. Now look to capitalise on this. They'll look to push on, use the momentum. Durham, of course, will do everything in their might to stop that. As both teams make their way back onto court. That man we just mentioned, Cole Turnbull, will serve again. Andre Castro's come on in the libero position. Oh, and on the far side, it was a great leap from Slater Bird, but an even better one from the Durham defence. A good block. And their first point in 4. For Durham. So here is number 11, Brad Peters, facing down a scoreboard of 8-11. Can he get his boys back in it? With serves like that, there's a good chance. Oh, but with returns like that, my word, Ikechi Obikwelu. Fantastic power, fantastic leap, a fantastic point. Nottingham take back the ball for service. Back and forth it goes. Rob Morgan, the man who's been so successful in beach volleyball, looking for a bit more success on the hard court today. Successful serve that time. 5 points to the good. Serves again. Here come Durham. Oh, and it was Malevsky. Looked as though he had smashed well, but defended even better by Obikwelu in the middle. Locking straight down onto the floor of Durham and starting to build a healthier lead than anything we've seen before. Now 6 points ahead. And another point goes Nottingham's way. Just remember, important information here. Durham have not dropped a set in this tournament. They have won every game 3 sets to 0. They are not used to being pressured this hard. They're not used to being behind. The only time they have been behind has been to Nottingham in the regular season. That's more like it, says Durham head coach Max Gibbons. Are we happy with that? Incidentally, Max Gibbons, you can see him sat down next to the scoreboard on the left. He said he was quietly confident coming into this one. He thinks his boys have got more than enough to take home the gold medal today. And they are 1 set up, but of course chasing this one. 6 points down. Will it be 7? Not. Ryan Dixon had anything to say about it, but it will be 7. Nottingham win it, and they take back the service. Slowly, perhaps, slipping away from Durham. 17-9, a healthy lead. Another good smash down from Grant Molesky. It will be that man to serve. Durham playing deep here, and they'll do well to win the point. And they do win the point. I believe a net touch from the Durham defence. Oh, fantastic play at the net. That man again, Ace Backer. So aware, so knowledgeable, so clever. Just to jump higher than everyone else and almost push the ball. Just caress it down onto the floor. You don't always need the power of an Obequelu or the smash of a Molesky. Sometimes intelligent volleyball is best, and it was there. There's Joe Linder to serve. Just come on as substitute. Let's see what he's got in his locker. Not what he was hoping for, that's for sure. Straight into the net and gives the ball straight back to Nottingham. So they'll have a chance to break into the 20s, break that psychological barrier. Santi pops it over. Done at the net, looks to set. Good hands again. Over it comes Morgan at this near side. Ball still alive. Far side it goes. Great defensive work. Another point goes Nottingham's way. They are into the 20s. A 9-point lead it goes. Perhaps this great following they've got this afternoon. Over 100 Nottingham fans in-house, spurring them on, proving dividends. Oh no, not this time. Andre Castro, the Lib, couldn't keep that one alive for Nottingham. But as I was mentioning, the crowd is superb here to watch the volleyball, especially for Nottingham. They're so close, less than 20 miles down the road, and that is evident at Loughborough this afternoon. As Morgan gets a touch, which means he gets the point. Good work again. Another smash and another point for Molesky. Really stamping his authority on this game time after time. Jumping high, hitting hard, and winning points. And they need him to do so. Not quite a mountain to climb for Durham, but Definitely an incline. Oh, Durham leave it to go out. And Durham made the right decision for all of Nottingham's efforts. It did bounce over the net, but out of play. If you couldn't see behind the referee on the stand there. Connor Dunn serves in. And Ikechi Obekwelu wins another point for Nottingham. 22-14 now. As we said, such a young squad, Nottingham here, mostly first years, and they don't seem to be letting the pressure get to them. This, of course, if they're first years, will be their first final. Playing with real maturity, though, as they win another point. Durham now in a situation they are not used to. A few points away from losing a set. Interesting to note, the only loss Durham have faced, the only sets they've conceded all season were to Nottingham, and it was, oh, great strike. It was at Nottingham's home territory, and of course we are very close to Nottingham's home territory, as we've mentioned, so potentially a factor, that travel for Durham. So hard to go play away there, but also difficult for the Durham players to travel elsewhere, being so high up the country. Either way, it is a neutral venue in Loughborough, no matter what the critics say. It's done, sets. And Todorov smashes. 23-16. Back and forth a bit more now. Durham perhaps getting into a slight rhythm. They need, well, they needed to up the tempo, and they have. Still 7 points behind, though. Will they make it 6 here? Left for Morgan. Well out of play. So 23-17 the score stands. Brad Peters for another fantastic serve from that man. Serves well all over the world. Well, that goes very high and out of play, and the point goes Nottingham's way. Here we go then. It is 7 set points. Nottingham with their tails up, the wind in their sails, the advantage very much theirs. Pressure's on Durham. What can you do? In comes the serve. This first set point, Dunn has to keep it alive for Durham. Oh, it's a lovely little set, but here comes Bird. It's a great set over to the far side, but kept alive by Castillo. There's the smash, there's the touch, and there's the point that Nottingham wanted. There's the point they craved. There's a set off of Durham, the first one in this championship. Nottingham go crazy in the crowd. They've got banners, they've got signs, they've got homemade cereal boxes with the words written on the other side, and they've also got clappers down there, all in green and gold. They got flags as well. It's fantastic to see, and that was a fantastic point for Nottingham. Great work by both sides. In the end, that set a lot different to the first. Nowhere near as tight. Nottingham really ran away with it, as we thought they might in the first set. They definitely did in the second. And as it stands, 2 sets in, score Durham 1, Nottingham 1. Join us in a few moments as we continue the action. So welcome back to the Men's Championship final. You join us with scores of 1 apiece, and perhaps you join us with a lot of noise in the background, because just on the other side of the David Wallace Arena is the Men's National Basketball final, and it looks like Durham have taken the victory in that one, 77 points to 75. Of course, stay tuned to all things BUCS today on Big BUCS Wednesday, powered by New Balance. But of course, we're not about basketball here. Oh no, we're about the volleyball. And Durham, of course, taking part in this one. Their opponents, Nottingham, taking the first set of their entire tournament run in the last one we saw. And they'll be looking to take a couple more, I'm sure of that. There's a few substitutions made for both sides. On comes the libero for Durham, Nicola Iannelli. Plays pro for Modena in Italy. Fantastic player, one of the best in the country, if not the best. And Durham come out of the blocks blazing. First point very, very quickly. A dig, a set, a spike, a point. Great work. So the point goes their way, and we'll see that man again, Brad Peters. Extremely high jump, extremely powerful serve. Wow, great athleticism on the far side. Looks like it was Morgan once again. Rob Morgan jumping so very high. May I remind you that that net is 8 foot tall. He must have been about 2 feet above it. We really are looking at some of the cream of the crop here. Always in awe when we come to these BUCS national finals of just some of the talent on show. The man who won the point is the man who puts it in. Oh, Todorov very clever at the net this time. Takes the ball back for the service. And off screen, Todorov does serve. The number 6. Oh, but it's deep, far too deep, well over the line. And an easy point that Nottingham will take every day of the week. Never say no to 3 points, that's for sure. Not in a game of this magnitude. Dixon sets. And it's dug by Peters into Backer. Good block at the net by Dixon. Over the other side, Slater. Oh, what a smash again! Grant Molesky. Got to be one of the most powerful hitters I've ever seen of a volleyball in BUCS. Potentially the hardest hitter. Absolute pile driver from that man. And he puts Durham 4-2 up. Once again, having a few technical difficulties, easy for me to say. On your scoreboard is there's an ace. An ace from Peters, lovely work. It goes 5-2 to Durham. Molesky in. Oh, great dig. And another point for Durham, but all the plaudits have to go to Nicola Iannelli for that one. He didn't win the point, but he did save it. Fantastic deep dive to fly across the court. These liberos so good defensively. They may not be the tallest athlete, but they throw themselves around. And their team recognise that. And it is Iannelli to set. And another point goes Durham's way. They're not taking that set they lost lightly. Come out here with vengeance and anger. They're playing fantastically. 7-2. Good work at the net this time from Cole Turnbull. Interestingly, Freddie Fairbairn did say that Nottingham, although they lost out in the league to Durham, that loss, which did indeed cost them the title, they had a few injuries. They weren't ready, they weren't at their fittest or their best. Today they are. And he knew today would be a much tighter affair, much better game for them. And that is why the scoreline stands at 1-1 in sets. Because they were ready for this one. Unfortunately, not quite ready for that one. In the points there. Durham take another one, but certainly a much tighter affair than any league game we've seen so far this season. Great dig. Once again by the Lib. Great smash again. Durham working so hard, but Nottingham defending so well. And clever volleyball is the way to go, it seems. Connor Dunn recognised that. So much for fantastic libero work and heavy, hard hits. No, Connor Dunn knows what needed to be done. Just a high jump and a slight tip over the net. And he walks off with another point to his name. So timeout called with the score at Durham 9, Nottingham University 3. A 6-point lead for the boys in purple. I believe that may be the highest lead they've had all afternoon. The biggest margin between the two sides that way. Of course, Nottingham did take the previous set 25 points to 17, an 8-point lead in that one, but for Durham, they were never able to gain that kind of momentum, never able to stretch the scoreline that far. They're certainly doing it in this set. It's Ryan Dixon gets the game underway. Yeah, straight into the net. Multiple touches. Referee holds up 4 fingers. And off screen, Dixon comes in again. There's the set. Morgan goes deep. And Morgan wins the point. The outside hitter winning yet another score for Nottingham. He's had a great game today. Not the tallest of the players in the forward line, but certainly one of the most effective. Such a good leap on the man. Santi. Serves in and back out. Oh, great lib work to keep the ball alive. It was Castro. A scramble at the net. A block, but kept alive. They will be allowed 3 more touches, but not the touches they needed. Point goes Durham's way. Andre Castro, the libero, doing so well there. Must be disappointing. You work that hard and don't win the point. But he's got no time to dwell on it, because another point is coming straight up. The game so fast, the game so frantic, and of course at this level played at such a high intensity. Quick block by Peters. Becker keeps it alive, and another smash! How many times will we mention Grant Molesky's name in conjunction with points? The man is a machine. Becker sets high for Peters. Oh, Becker does well again. Durham defensively strong this set, and offensively even stronger. I'm almost hesitant to say the man's name, but Grant Molesky wins another point. That right arm, wow, treasure it, Durham. Get a cast of it, get it engraved, as the boy wins points. Bit of defensive work for Durham to do, and they do it well. Connor Dunn at the net, the setter. He wins a point for his team. Nottingham in a bit of danger of letting this one run away from them. They're now 10 points behind. We know how strong this Durham team are. We know what they can do with a bit of momentum. Exactly that, win more points. Puts them 11 to the good. Just the 4 for Nottingham after scoring 28 and 25 in their first 2 sets. Struggled to find their feet past the attacking line so far today. Morgan will look to get them back on track, but it's easy enough as Peters goes for the smash. Peters gets it in. So Backer will serve. Straight to Ollie Quick. Yeah, and there's the point they needed. Jacob Thomas, the middle blocker, is the man who does it. Finally a point for Nottingham. Fairbairn will be happy with that one. Breaks that concurrent run that Durham were on. Now can they keep it high? Can they keep the momentum? You can with aces. That's for certain. Jacob Thomas, lovely serve, bamboozling the Durham defence. What will he go for this time? Dixon reads it. Good work. And another good point. Now they're getting into their groove. Now they're beginning to put some points together. 3 on the spin for Nottingham. Cutting that deficit down. Still a long way to go, of course. But perhaps tails are up. Set for Todorov. No, over his head, and Peters makes no mistake with the smash through the legs of Jacob Thomas. Fantastic left hand on this near side. Beautiful work. Tipped onto the net, kept alive, tipped into the net. Whose hands did it come off last? Durham's. Nottingham knew it early. Difficult to see from this angle, but we know it now. Points in Nottingham's way. Shimon Dar, the setter. He will serve. He will look to get Nottingham a few more points on the board. A very high set from Peters. Gets it back. And wins a point. Great leap, great block, but no dice this time for Nottingham. Straight into the net from Peters. Dip too early. Fantastic power on it. Fantastic dip, but the execution was wrong. Hitting into the upper half of the net. Easy points for the Nottingham side now. 18-9 the score stands at. Dixon with a poke over the top into Morgan. And the spike comes in. Oh, great work from Durham. It's got to be a net touch in there. Yeah, it is. Had to be. Nottingham celebrate the point. It was good defence from the Durham side. Ganelli included. Fantastic libero. The defensive specialist with some defensive work to do. As we just clean up the court. Can't have any moisture on the surface. Even the slightest bit makes the court so slippery, so dangerous to play on. Especially at the level of volleyball we are seeing here today. Oh, and what has happened there? Looked like it may have hit the flag. And we may be looking at a replay point. Yeah, I believe it did. Rather comically end up hitting down in the face, but point does go Durham's way, so he'll be happy with it. No gain without pain, as they say. As the dive comes in to keep the ball in the air. Oh, what great work in the middle from Durham. They keep it alive once more. Dixon this time. Straight return. Goal, fantastic from Nottingham. It was Obequelu at the net with the fake. You heard him shout, "Yes, my ball." And it was great work on the outside to just sweep round, trick the opponents, gain another point. Nottingham with a little bit of a charge. Lots of points on the board in a row. 19-11. Still a big margin between the two. Not as big as it was. Great work to stop BUCS from getting the points he desired. Can they stop it this time? No, they cannot. The captain gets another point to his name. Interestingly, for Nottingham, they've won both of their quarterfinals and semi-finals 3-1. So they are used to dropping a set here and there. That one they lost to Durham will not trouble them too hard as they win another point. And their spirits are kept high. Lots of moral support from the teammates. Great service. Stopped by Dixon. Dixon will this time have a go at winning the point himself. Good defence. Oh, there it is. Lovely work from Jolson Santi, the opposite. Fantastic spike at the net, crashing down onto the court. Gives us a 7-point game. Still a bit of a hill to climb. BUCS looks to reduce the deficit, and does. Apologies, increase the deficit. 21-13. Durham, I'm sure, quietly confident of this set, but they'll need to keep their wits about them, especially with Slater Bird flying in like that. My word, he seemed to take off like a bird in that instance, soaring above the net and swooping down. A fantastic spike to bring the serve back Nottingham's way. That's how you do it, BUCS. Ace BUCS, middle blocker. Puts his side within 3 of the set. Shouts it out, and well left. Great awareness on the court. Of course, you'd expect that at this level. International players, youth international players, BUCS League champions, BUCS national champions. These guys have done it all. They've seen it all. Play to the very highest level. For good reason. True athletes. A credit to their universities, a credit to their sport. And with rallies like this, you can see why. Oh, Peters, my word. Yeah, he celebrates off camera. He gets the plaudits from his teammates. What a shot that was. Left hand, looping over to the far side of the court. Defend that, he says, as he puts him side now well into the advantage. 10 set points. No doubt Durham will be thinking of how they'll celebrate their set, but they have to win it first. Can't take anything for granted at this level. Peters again. Great block. It was Thomas. Looked like Shimon Dar may have given him a hand. Whoever it came off, it doesn't matter because the point went Nottingham's way. And they will have to do that for at least 9 more times. Great strike, but too deep. Unlike Mileski, he's usually so accurate with those spikes. Can't be relaxed now. hot with the scoreline at 24-16. So they've got two back, Nottingham. This long road to stay alive in the set. Not this time. There it is. Lovely work at the net by Durham. They take the third set, 24-16, or 25-16, apologies. Just waiting for our scoreboard to update. Puts them well in the driving seat now. This could be it, the last set coming up. Durham know all they have to do is reach 25 points and the men's championship will be theirs again. The reigning champions take the advantage. We'll be back in a few moments' time to witness what could be the climax of the game. So welcome back to the men's championship final. You join us for set number 4, the previous being won by Durham. It's been back and forth in sets. It's been back and forth in points. The first set so close, 30-28. We went all the way to 30. The next two a little bit different. 25-17 Nottingham, 25-16 Durham. Both sides slowly finding their feet. This could be the decisive one. Durham, so good all season. The first set they've lost this tournament was today. Nottingham, they've just been pipped to the post in the league by Durham. They don't want to be pipped to the post in the final of the championship, that's for sure. They're out to avenge that loss. You can see it in the way they play. They've come here, perhaps slight underdogs just due to the league standings. Perhaps slight underdogs due to the stature of the players. They know they're a smaller team and they know they have to work hard. But it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the dog. Who wants it more? Let's find out. Peters will serve on that far left-hand side for the viewers. Durham in purple, going from left to right. Of course, the customary swap of sides, for those of you who may be confused. After each set, they do rotate. And the first point goes Durham's way. Todorov at the net. A good block. Meat and drink to a man like him. The middle blocker in the middle, doing the blocking. Great serve in. And a great spike at the net. Could do nothing there, Slater Bird, but send it crashing off court. So another point to Durham. And another serving chance for Brad Peters, the outside hitter. The NCAA Div 1 experienced hitter. That's how you do it, another ace. Great work and great celebrations from that man, Brad Peters. He was, of course, the leading server in the NCAA out in America, Div 1, for a number of months, and that really being on show here. His ability from the service line. Strong server and a strong moustache as well, I must say. Nottingham look to reply, and they do. Great work on that far side. Smash, little touch, and win the point. Here comes Rob Morgan then. Not the service he was looking for. Straight into the net. And the points straight into the hands of Durham. Here's Todorov then. A loop serve, straight to Quick. There's the smash, and there's the point. Good work by Slater Bird. The serve perhaps not troubling the Nottingham defence enough. Easy work for Ollie Quick. He dug out for his team. The points were won. Great set to force the point. And it's won well by Nottingham again. Rob Morgan just sending it so high into the sky. Makes it so easy for those forwards to just come in and spike down, as we saw. Here's the danger man on this near side, Maleski. Nottingham defend it well, and they're still defending. Here they go. Can they get a bit better routine together? They can, but not good enough. Great defense from Maleski, and he takes the points home with him, all the way back to the service line. 5-3 Durham. This is the kind of game we saw in the first set. Back and forth, back and forth. Who wants it more? Oh, lovely work on the attack line. But there's the smash. And there's the point. It goes Durham's way. Or does it? The referee with a slight mix-up. Having to tell Nottingham's libero which way it's gone. Ollie Quick questioning him for what must be the third time in this game. He did raise his hands, the referee, both sides. In the end, it looks like it may be Durham's point. The protests continue from Ollie Quick. Fantastic beach volleyball player, as well as indoor hardcourt volleyball, but he also seems to be fantastic at giving the ref a little bit of his mind. And the ref holds aloft a yellow card. Ironic cheers in the background from those from Durham. Can't do that, unfortunately. Good to see the referee not taking any nonsense. And the wind taken straight out of the sails, much to the glee of the Nottingham fans below us. A lot of ironic jeers given Grant Maleski's way there, getting an earful from the Nottingham crowd. Oh, great service, tips the net. Durham have done well to keep it alive, but at the net it looked like Bakker, the man who couldn't keep it in. Fantastic dig from Durham. Unfortunately, it was all about the spike in the end. Straight out of play. Points to Nottingham. Makes it a 1-point game. 6-5. Oh, lovely work from Yanelli. Now it goes high. Quick. The man in yellow. It's Thomas. Oh, yes. Great work from Nottingham again. 6-5. Apologies, the scoreboard down courtside has just been redone. It's 6-6 now. They're all tied. Kept alive, his Bird. Far side, Santi. A little chip, but kept in play. Done now, sets the far side. Oh, good work from Ryan Dixon. He knew what he had to do, and he did it perfectly. 7-6 to Durham then. Very tight game. Durham looking to wrap things up in this set. Nottingham will not have any plans of letting that happen. Now if Morgan has any chance, and he does, my word. Morgan with a fantastic spike at the net, hit so hard that it's bounced all the way back out of play. Looked like the point would go Durham's way, but no. Too much power. It bounces out behind the court. Santi keeps it alive. And the points go Durham's way. So back and forth we go, 8-7. Durham take the advantage once more. Gladstone gets us back underway. Oh, clever play. Yeah, clever volleyball. We love to see it here. Cole Turnbull looking like he was going for the set in the last moment, just reversing it. Little tip over the net, straight down. Beautiful volleyball at the net as well. Superb play from that man, Turnbull. Bird does keep it up, and it's off your screen, and it's off the court. That point goes Durham's way. Santi was chasing, Thomas was chasing, neither got there in the end. The ball hitting one of the BUCS branded sideboards below us before anyone in green could capture. Oh, shouts of a handle there, none given. Remember, that ball's got to be hit or dug out, can't be caught. Oh, lovely play again from Oleski. Spiked down, wins another point, 10-8. Durham the first to double figures. There's a reverse to Santi, and there's the block. Superb work, a mixture of Todorov and Brad Peters. Good defending on that far side. And the timeout called. No doubt Durham's head coach, Max Gibbons, will be slightly happier than his opposite number, Freddie Fairbairn. But of course, things do still hang in the balance. Durham are ahead in sets. They are ahead in the game, but only by 3 points and only by 1 set. This is by no means done. And a reminder, a gentle reminder to you, those of you at home watching, if Nottingham take this set, the final set will only be to 15. It will be tight, it will be quick. So this game is far from done. Morgan can't get past Peters. Smash down, and points down on the board. Durham looking to build some momentum, gain more points. Push Nottingham as far as they can. Peters to Dunn, over the head. It's now Morgan who got the last touch. Nottingham got the last touch. It's a 5-point game. Durham threatening to start pulling away, just teasing Nottingham. But Nottingham letting them know they're still here. You're not getting away that easily, not on our watch. Not a chance, not in the men's championship final, not with so much at stake. Yanelli. Good block from him. Great smash from Peters. Wins the point. Superb hit down. Superb power. Yanelli, after that dig, almost sat on the floor for what seemed like an age. Perhaps knew the inevitable was coming. And that ball falls into the hands of Brad Peters. So often points follow. Here we'll see the service. Can he do the same? Not an ace. Ooh, right idea, wrong execution. Slater Bird looked to go directly across the court and win. And those types of points we've seen a few times this match. And plays so close to the net, stays well within, well beyond the attack line. Unfortunately, no dice for Bird, the outside hitter, and he'll have to look to go again this point. Morgan beaten to it. No, Nottingham couldn't keep it in the air for that one. Durham now 6 points ahead, 7 points ahead, excuse me, as the scoreboard ticks over. And we see Nottingham go into a huddle. Wouldn't ever suggest they are starting to sweat or starting to get nervous, but I'm sure they're more than aware of what is happening. It's less than 10 points for Durham, and they will be double champions. Champions of the league. Champions, potentially, of this cup. And may I add, they are the reigning champions. They know what it takes to get over the line. Nottingham, they won it in 2022, but many of this team, first years, many of this team did not win that title. Will it come down to mentality? Will it come down to knowing how you get over the line? We will see. A few spins of the ball for Brad Peters. Great serve again. Oh, it's good play at the net from Mileski, recognising space when he sees it. We've seen that a lot from Durham today, so often not needing the 3 hits, not needing the 2 touches of the ball, just one, just understanding where players are on the court. This great game management, it really is. Bird wins a point. Nottingham break double figures for the set. A long way to go for them, but they have to stay positive. As we see the close-up of Rob Morgan, won a lot of points for his team today, had a stellar game. Here's the danger man. Mileski can't win the points this time. Oh, and Ikechi Obikwelu gets it all wrong at the net. He knows he can't be doing that at this point in the game. Every point means so much. Todorov serves deep. And Ollie Quick knows he's got to be better than that. They're letting Durham have a few easy points at the moment. That will not be a positive sign for Freddie Fairbairn and his coaching staff. That is not what he wants to see, and he's making substitutions because of it. As the team rotates round, on comes number 15, Ben Gladstone, one of the only players who did win the BUCS in 2022. Perhaps experience is what is needed at this point in the game. Superb play to keep it, or was it? No, 4 touches. From this angle, you couldn't see the double touch initially, but it was there. And that puts Durham into the 20s. 5 points from glory. Just off your screen, the Durham women's team, who are of course playing in the women's final. 8 p.m. start there. Stay tuned for that one on this Big BUCS Wednesday. They are watching and not going off to get changed or warm up just yet. They are watching their team, Durham. They are watching the men play because they know how close these boys in purple are. Another point goes their way. Another point for that man, Abe Backer, Ace Backer even. Tripping over my words at how good that point was. Made it look so easy. Unless we forget the athleticism on show, just to jump so high, hit so hard. There's a reverse from Nottingham. Defended easily enough. Speaking of good defense, Nottingham show their own. Done sets, and Backer spikes down. Huge point, 22-11. They've doubled Nottingham's score. It is slipping away from Nottingham now. It is getting to the final stages. It's a test of nerve for both sides, a test of character for Nottingham. A team of so many freshers, so many fresh faces against a well-versed, experienced Durham side. They've got to stay strong. And they have there. They've got a point back. There's 10 in it. 10 points in it. It's a lot. But for Nottingham, it's possible. It's doable. They know what they've got. They know the players they have. They know the talent and quality of their squad. They have to believe in themselves. They don't get away with that one, unfortunately for them. 23-12. The Nottingham fans willing them on with everything they've got. There are clappers, there are drums. There are 100+ fans for Nottingham. And they've helped them over the line there. Back to 10 points in it. Fans are on their feet. Off camera. But you can see a few nervous faces amongst them. A few quick rotations for the green and gold. Freddie Fairbairn pacing up and down, instructing everyone on his side. On the other side of the court, this point goes Nottingham's way. On the other side of the court, Max Gibbons, so relaxed in his chair next to the scoreboard. I've barely seen him on his feet all game. And he was relaxed before the game, may I add. We spoke with him a little bit. As we mentioned, he was confident. I'm sure he still is confident. 9 points to the good, 2 points away from glory. No doubt a wry smile on his face. He trusts his players. So does Freddie Fairbairn. And that's why. 23-15. Timeout called. Nottingham need 10 points to secure victory of just the set, whereas Durham needs 2 to secure victory of the gold medal. I'm sure they're starting to dream now how it feels, how heavy is it around the neck, what it will look like tonight on the bus home during the celebrations. But it's not done. It's never over until the final whistle goes, until you've reached 3 sets. You have to stay focused. Can't get complacent. It's popped over by the 11. Thomas goes. Santi does well. Santi again. Morgan with the smash, and Morgan with the point. The megaphones are out from the Nottingham fans. The drums are being banged. The crowd doing everything they can to spur their team on, will them over the line. It really is tense in the David Wallace Arena. Lovely strike by Peters. An even better one by Slater Bird. Great play from the young man. Once again, rising the highest, hitting the hardest. Fairbairn's tactics starting to work, starting to come into play. Whatever he said, whatever he did. Quick now, Diggs. Oh, it's lovely work again, but no. It's bounced too far wide. It's hit the scoreboard. And here we go. Durham, 2 sets 24 points, championship point. It's frantic, it's tense. Both sides know what's happening here. Morgan, oh, it's kept alive by Todorov. And Thomas wins the point. You can sense the nervousness of everyone watching this one. My word. The relief on the faces of all of those in green and yellow. But it's not over yet. Another championship point. Here we go. What have you got in your locker, Thomas? Good serve. Done with the set. Near side. There's the smash! And there's the point! It couldn't be anyone else, could it? Grant Molesky. A superb spike at the net. The man who's had such a good game, such a good season. Some player with an absolute superb spike at the net. And your men's champions, Durham University. They've made the journey worth it. They've made the miles all the way down to Loughborough, and they'll be travelling back, all 161 miles of them, with smiles on their faces and gold medals around their neck. The final score in this one, Durham 3, Nottingham 1. What a game. We've seen all sorts of points today as Durham take the plaudits of the women's team, running through the Guard of Honour. Commiserations to Nottingham, who worked so hard. They took the first set off of Durham all tournament. They did so well. They battled so hard in the first set, just losing out 30-28. They then came back, 1-all, 25-17. They took the lead. They were so strong. They were never behind. The third set didn't go their way, 25-16, and as we saw there, they just didn't have it in the tank. Commiserations, Nottingham. You've done so well. Your fans applauding you, and for good reason. Such a strong display. But as we say, not enough for the dominant Durham. The very confident Max Gibbons will be very happy with what he's just seen. 3-1. Durham, double champions, league title, tick, men's championship trophy, or men's championship I should say, tick. Wow, what a side, true champions, and what a performance. Brad Peters, so good at the service line. Nicola Iannelli, so good in the libero position, and that man, Grant Molesky, the captain, so good at winning points. As we see the glisten and the gleam of the trophy. He won't... Oh, he'll be so keen to get his hands on that. Well, it's yours, Grant Molesky. Just wait. You'll be lifting that above your head very soon. As preparations are just being made, Nottingham huddle up on the right-hand side of your screen. Freddie Fairbairn, who's worked so hard all season. I'm sure he'll have nothing but praise for his boys. They worked so hard, they did so well, and it just wasn't enough on the day. In the end, the superior side did win. Really came into play in that first set where, despite going behind time and time again in the best, or the race to 2 points, Durham dug it out. They knew what they had to do. They just bide their time, just get over the line. And they did it. And once the set was theirs, confidence was theirs. You see the Nottingham fans slightly disappointed, but applauding nonetheless. It's always great to see fans coming down in their droves to big BUCS Wednesday. It's been all going on campus here today at Loughborough. We've had American football, we've had lacrosse, we've had hockey, we've had basketball, and now we've had the men's championship final in the volleyball. What a spectacle. Happy faces all round. And why not? Your champions, your league champions, your cup champions. The dance moves coming out there from Ace Backer. Stylish on and off the court. Get you a man who can do it all. So a little bit of organisational admin to be done, just setting up for those to get their medals, to lift their trophies. I'm sure Durham won't mind the wait, taking in every moment. And why not? You've worked so hard all season. Enjoy it. Good to see a few smiles on the Nottingham faces, in particular there, Cole Turnbull. As both teams now line up to receive their honours. The applause comes in on the bottom left of your screen there. The Nottingham faithful who made the journey. The banners, the drums, the megaphones. Not quite enough in the end. But they'll be back next year, I'm sure of it. So many freshies in the squad. Another year of experience behind them. They'll be back and they'll be looking to push Durham one better. As for Durham, we pan down the squad, star after star. Ace Backer, Connor Dunn, Fabio Ramsey, and at the end, in white, Nicola Iannelli. So up come Nottingham to collect their medals. It's by no means the colour they were looking for. It's not the medal they were after. The boys in green and gold take home the silver. Commiserations to Nottingham. As we said, worked so hard, battled so well. But they'll have to settle for second place. Castro comes in, picks up the final medal. Slowly trudges under the net. High fives all round, but not the feeling of victory they were after. And here they come then, your men's national champions, Durham University. That gold glistening under the lights in the Sir David Wallace. Big smiles on everyone's faces. Dunn, Backer, Linda, and of course, head coach Max Gibbons. All with a medal, all with the colour they were after. And if you didn't catch that one, the player of the match has just been announced. It is number 11, Brad Peters. What a player, what a performance. Aces, points, digs, blocks, fully deserved. He's won plaudits over in America, and he's got plenty of them here in the UK. Congratulations, Brad Peters. And congratulations, Durham University, your men's volleyball national champions. Back to back. Last year they beat Essex. This year they beat Nottingham. 2 for 2. And Nottingham get their picture taken in the background, but it's Durham who take home the trophy. Molesky, the captain, with a few interviews courtside, but we'll leave it there for the stream. Thank you so much for joining us on this BUCS Big Wednesday, powered by New Balance. It's been an absolute feast of volleyball. Don't forget, we are live for the women's national final at 8 o'clock. Stay tuned for that one. We'll be back streaming live. Until then, take care. Congratulations to Durham. We'll see you later.
What makes Aldi different is how much responsibility they give to each and every one of us in the business, and with that comes a lot of trust.
3 months into your training, you could be running the store on your own, responsible for ordering all the stock, making sure the staff are happy.
Aldi really believes that young people can do great things.
It's definitely something that excited me and attracted me to the role.
I felt really supported at Aldi. From day one, you're paired up with your mentor, who is with you throughout your whole journey.
You develop a really strong network with your peers, you can always pick up the phone to them.
But you all work part of a team towards the common goal.
I really valued my time in store because I think it's a really important part of you learning the practical day-to-day of the store operations.
It was actually really exciting and I really enjoyed it.
It's a change every single day, and that variety really attracted me to the role.
Singleton sniping.
Oh, Tilly Smale is on the scoreboard, and Hartpury University surely at this stage now.
Hartpury University, the Women's National League champions.
Destiny Day ends with Exeter and BUCS Super Rugby national champions.
What surprised me most about ICG is how open and supportive everyone's been.
I think the strong culture that it has.
Have a lot of access to kind of senior people, and they're always happy to talk to you.